At this junction, I'd like to demonstrate the use of the 5.5 Bone Cutter Platinum blade, which is a very utilitarian blade for the subacromial space. You can theoretically use this single blade to accomplish everything you need in the subacromial space, from soft tissue resection to bone resection. One of the challenges surgeons always have when they first get into the subacromial space is a lot of bursal tissue. And the key is to create what I call a room with a view. So here we are in the subacromial space, and it's undaunting. We're looking at a veil of tissue and really don't see anything. And I've just introduced the 5.5 bone cutter. We're going to show how we really can resect our soft tissue nicely so we can start seeing what we need to see. Again, it's a little undaunting initially until you start seeing what you need to see. You just have to know your anatomy, and here we are already. We've resected a fair amount of bursal tissue from where we started, and here we are already cleaning out the bursal space here. Again, I like to use this under oscillate mode to clean out the bursal tissue. And from what we couldn't see anything before, we already cleaned out the bursal space. Can you hold this twing, please? And now we can clearly see what we couldn't see before. So you can see how this has already nicely resected our soft tissue. And we created what I call a room with a view, where now we can put our instruments in freely to continue our work either on the cuff below or the acromion above. We've resected the bursa, and now we're going to work on the subacromial space. Thank you. So here we are underneath the acromion, and I use oscillate first to remove soft tissue. And you can see how quickly that has removed the soft tissue. Again, you may use an RF device to take down the coracoacromial ligament. This is a cadaver that bleeds on an issue, and I'm going to use it just to release the coracoacromial ligament as well. But you can see how clean this acromion already is from just a few minutes of using this blade. All the soft tissue is basically already off it. Now we're going to go to the bone resection mode, which I like to do basically under a forward motion, and we're going to demonstrate the bone cutting ability of this blade. Again, using it under forward, we're getting right through this cortical bone, and again, there's no shedding whatsoever. We're getting right along the leading edge of the acromion, and it's opening up the space rather nicely. So basically, very controlled. There's no kicking of the blade as it meets the bone. As we encounter soft tissue, we can go back to oscillate mode to remove some more soft tissue. You can see a very prominent subacromial spur right here, and we're going to use this to finish off the acromioplasty. And again, what's nice about this is that you can control the depth of this bone resection simply by the amount of pressure you're putting on the blade. So you don't have to slow down the blade. If you want to be less aggressive, you just have to put less pressure against the bone. So this way you can maintain this blade at one speed. And if you want, you can go to a reverse mode to kind of finish it off and polish it. But you can see how aggressive this is taking the hard cortical bone down to perform the bony work on the acromion. You can also then finish it up by tapering it, smoothing things out. So this is truly a shaver blade with true bone cutting ability. If I was on a desert island and I only can have one blade with me to perform my rotator cuff surgery, it would be the 5.5 Platinum bone cutter, because I could basically meet all my needs in the shoulder with this one blade. We've already demonstrated how well it's doing at resecting bursal tissue, at performing subacromial decompressions, and we're going to demonstrate how it can prepare your footprint for your rotator cuff repair. Here's the edge of our rotator cuff, and I'm just going to demonstrate how we can finish off get down to bone for our anchor placement. This is one thing that Tom Hanks did not have on the island. He was stranded. And we can see we're already getting down to nice bone. Again, in real time, we've now have perfect area, real estate here to place our anchors.